Chocolate. I know, we all love it, but I have some bad news. One of the world's most famous chocolate brands is keeping some secrets from you, like cheating, scandals, cover-ups. These are some of the details you may have missed behind the success of one of the largest food and beverage companies on the planet, the multinational Swiss company Nestle. Nestle supports child slavery, steals water, and makes false marketing claims that have resulted in the deaths of millions of babies. Yes, you heard that right, millions. Let's take a closer look. Ivory Coast produces 45% of the total cocoa in the world. In 2021, 8 former child slaves sued Nestle and several other companies for aiding and abetting the illegal forced labor of thousands of children on cocoa farms in their supply chains. Nestle has been accused of trying to cover this up by actively misleading the public in promising to phase out child labor, even though it hasn't to this day. Nestle sees water as a profit, not a basic human right. Some parts of the US, including Florida, Michigan, and California, are suffering from Nestle's water pilfering activities. One example is Strawberry Creek in California, where the company collects water as the region faces increasing droughts, water shortages, and devastating wildfires. The company is also guilty of exploiting groundwater in Pakistan, which recently went from being classified as water stressed to water scarce. It has been noted that water levels in areas where Nestle began to produce its pure live water have sunk hundreds of meters, and Nestle gets it all for free. Ever since it was founded in 1867, Nestle has been assuring people that its baby formula is better than breast milk, which of course is a lie. This led to boycotts of Nestle in the United States and parts of Europe in the 1970s and 1980s, and similar accusations were made in Pakistan in the 1990s and then in China in 2010s. The company particularly focused on marketing in developing countries in Africa, Latin America, and Asia during the 1970s, sending saleswomen dressed as nurses to convince mothers and paying doctors and hospitals to support these false claims, and while neglecting to educate women about how to prepare the milk formula. Millions of babies died, while the company made billions in revenue from its baby formula, and continues to do so. In addition to being the largest global food and beverage company, Nestle is consistently named as one of the worst plastic polluters. Despite evidence pointing to the contrary, Nestle's website boasts of its long-standing commitment to sustainability. Coca-Cola, Danone, and Nestle have been accused of falsely claiming that their plastic bottles are 100% recycled. And to make matters worse, 2 children died and dozens became seriously ill last year after eating contaminated pizza from a French brand owned by Nestle. The company later closed the factory, and Nestle forced to pay compensation to dozens of victims of the Buitoni pizza scandal. In addition to owning a 53.8% stake in Awesome Investments, an Israeli food producer, Nestle's ties with Israel are also evident through various investments and collaborations. Nestle is everywhere. It even has a 20% stake in L'Oreal. And these are just some of the company's products you know. Good food, good life, as the Nestle slogan says. But after all these examples, ask yourself, is that really so?